Well, good evening and welcome to the KPEG Game of the Week. Tonight, it's Lompoc Braves girls basketball against the Santa Ynez Pirates. This is Greg Ratcliffe broadcasting live from Paizola Pavilion at Lompoc High School, where the 11-11 Braves are set to take on the 13-11 Pirates. Lompoc takes the floor tonight, sitting alone in third place with a 5-3 record in Channel League play. They're also on a 3-game win streak, the latest being an exciting 34-22 victory over Cabrillo last Friday. San Ynez has a 6-2 league mark and is currently tied with Santa Barbara for first place. They knocked out 5 straight wins before falling to Dos Pueblos 59-45 on Friday night. So tonight's game has some serious playoff implications with only one more game left after this evening. With a Lompoc win, these teams could swap positions and maybe even put the Braves in a first-place tie with Santa Barbara. Joining me tonight, as always, is the Statmeister himself, Mike Loney. Mike, this is a big game for both squads. Who has the edge tonight?
Well, there's a couple of them that favor the Braves, and there's a few that favor the Pirates. Although we should mention that should a couple of games go against Santa Barbara's way, they could finish as low as third, and the Braves could end up as the league champions all by themselves.
So it'll be an interesting couple of games for the rest of this week to see how the standings all shake out.
It's a big one. Both teams are about the same in terms of experience. 2 seniors, 3 juniors. And then Lompoc has 3 sophomores. San Ynez has 4 sophomores. Lompoc has 4 freshmen. San Ynez has 2 freshmen. So technically, San Ynez has more experience.
Well, I'll tell you what, how young this Brave squad is. This is senior night for the girls team, and they honored 2 players.
Indeed.
2.
And had the Pirates done senior night, they could have done the same with 2. Height, the Braves have a little more depth. They've got Isabella Robles at 6'1", Haley Zavala at 6'1". The difference between those two is one's a senior, one's a freshman. And then Kayla Taylor, who's 6 foot, she's a junior. The lone 6-footer for San Ynez is Madison Holbrook. She's a sophomore, and she's a good one. The last time these 2 teams met, she had 4 blocks against the Braves.
That was a couple of weeks back. The Pirates ended up winning that one by 2, I think.
Yep.
38-36.
And the interesting thing about the Braves is they have been getting better. They've lost to a number of teams. They've lost 11 overall. 6 of those games by 5 points or less, I should mention. And a number of times they've been able to play those teams again and have won.
And we are underway here at Paizola Pavilion on Brian Ayer Court. The Braves win the opening tip and will get possession to start things off.
Kayla Taylor with number 2.
Inside quickly to Taylor, and the Braves are on top, 2-0 early. Here comes San Ynez on offense. Over to Cadleck, inside to Holbrook, and she travels with it. Bobby Kennedy, our official in the striped shirt this evening.
Yeah.
He's everywhere, BK is. 2-0 Braves. And they've got the ball again. Thurman with it inside to Robles. Puts it up, no good. Rebound, Pirates.
That was number 12, Kaya Whitesides with the rebound.
A long 3 from the far side is good. That was Malia Roos.
And she's one of their co-captains.
And that one shot gives the Pirates a 3-2 lead. Blocking foul on the other end. I think they'll get Grace Padilla on that one. And that will send Lompoc to the line. Mendoza to shoot 2. Good on the first one, ties the score up at 3. One more shot pending. Four bounces to get it to go in, but it's good, and it's 4-3 Braves. Quick outlet pass across midcourt.
Oh.
Nice interior pass, knocked out of bounds, however.
That was a nice job by Nia Thurman knocking that out.
Still Pirate ball, however.
I think that would have been an easy layup, though.
Long inbound pass to Lewis. This one's picked off now.
Maya Mendoza.
One-on-one. Here she goes. Layup is up. Oh! Rattles out, but draws the foul.
Yep. And that could very well be the second on Loose. There's the first on Loose.
Yeah, Loose is first. 2 team fouls now on the Pirates. Mendoza makes good on the first free throw. Drains them both.
And both looked nice.
And it's 6-3 Braves. Inbound stolen. Mendoza, now she loses it.
And then Simeonez throws it out of bounds, but it was off the Braves.
Hot potato out there. Nobody wanted to pick it up. And finally, it's out of bounds off the Braves, and the Pirates will have it side out. 6-3, Braves on top, about a minute and a half in. Either right with the ball up top, picks up a screen from Cadleck, over to the corner to Loose. Back to Cadleck, defended by Thurman. 3 ball by Lita Wright, no good, rebound Braves. Mendoza will bring it up half court. Drops it off to Robles. Robles back inside now. Ball stolen.
Yep,
and the Pirates have got it.
That was a great job by Madeline Holbrook taking it away.
Padilla driving to the lane, takes a big hit.
I think she stepped on somebody's foot coming down the lane, and she lost her balance and planted right into the midsection of somebody.
Ended up on the floor.
Yeah, it was not pretty.
The good news for Grace Padilla is she's going to get some free throws out of it, I think.
Well, no, they're saying the foul was on the floor, and it was on ruled to be on Nia Thurman, but she was not in the act of shooting.
She was kind of lingering around the free throw line. Shot. Block shot by Robles.
And she cannot believe that she just got called for a foul.
So she's standing there in disbelief at the call. That is Madison Holbrook at the line for the Pirates. Misses the first one. Conley puts in the second one, however. That makes it 6-4. Braves on top with 5:45 left here in the first. Mendoza brings it up. Drops it off to Taylor. Passes inside, picked off. And here come the Pirates.
Well, that was Holbrook again, sliding in.
Padilla from distance. Arranges it. That was a 3. And all of a sudden, the Pirates have got the lead back. It's 7-6, Simeonez. Timeout Braves with 5:28 left here in the first. You're listening to the KPEG Game of the Week right here on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG.
The voice of Lompoc Sports.
That's Mike. I'm Greg. Judy's back at the studio. We thank you for being with us tonight. As we continue our broadcast coverage of local basketball, we've got one more game this evening. Here come the Braves on offense. Number 10, Maya Mendoza brings it up court for 1 point.
Quick out to Thurman,
inside to Taylor.
Ball is loose. And we have a held ball. Arrow favors the Pirates. .5:13 remaining here in the first.
So Padilla will inbound.
Braves are going to put some pressure on.
That one almost stolen, knocked away by Taylor. And off the Pirates, it'll be Braves ball.
Yeah, she got a hand in there. And Leader Wright couldn't control it and lost it out of bounds.
Good job by Kayla Taylor getting that thing loose.
Yep. Pass into Robles.
Back to Mendoza, puts up the hook shot, no good.
It's her own rebound in the trees.
Fighting through three, Sentinez Pirates, but loses the ball, and here comes Sentinez now on offense.
Yeah, Holbrook came up with it.
Inside to Holbrook, shot no good, rebound Braves.
Yeah.
Mendoza ends up with it.
Yeah, Kayla Taylor knocked it out to her.
Pirates back on defense, however. Rhea Gonzalez in for the Braves right now. Mallory Branham up front.
Yep.
Mendoza drives the lane, bounces it into Robles off her foot, and the Pirates have got it. Pass from half court a little too long and off the hands and out of bounds on the end line. Braves ball. 7-6 is the score. Sentinez leads with 4:15 remaining here in the first quarter.
Mendoza walks it up, across the timeline, over to Gonzalez.
Inside to Taylor, drops it off to Robles. That could be the one. Nice layup.
You can't do it better than that. That was some beautiful interior passing.
Nice dish by Taylor, and Robles polishes it off for two, and it's Braves on top, 8-7. Padilla from the corner, short rebound, Robles.
And she's choked out of, well, we're going to say she stepped out. That was a nice body check.
Yeah. Wow. So Sentinez ball, trailing by one underneath the Lompoc basket.
Fred, dish it in.
Scramble for the ball, Pirates will end up with it. Long free ball by Luz, no good.
Scramble underneath, and
the Pirates have traveled trying to corral the rebound. It'll be Braves ball.
Well, that was Grace Padilla came down with the rebound. Well, she was horizontal, and when she landed, she traveled. So kind of difficult to avoid that one.
Yep. 8-7 is the score. 3.5 left here in the first. The Braves lead by one. Mendoza drives the lane, kicks it out to Gonzalez. Just short on the three. No! Rolls it in.
Gets the quad bounce.
Got the friendly roll off the home iron, and it's 11-7. Braves.
Retaliation three does not go.
Rattles out by Wright. Putback, however, goes in.
I think that was
15. 2-point bucket for the Pirates makes it 11-9. Braves lead.
Mendoza tried to drive the lane and got shoved.
Clock stopped at 2:53. The foul was called on Lito Wright, her first. Inside to Taylor, turn and shoot. Traveled before she got the shot away. Turnover will give the ball to the Pirates with 2:50 left here in the first quarter. Lompoc leads by 2, 11-9. Nice half-court pass. Padilla gets it back. Shoots from the free-throw line, no good.
Brandon comes up with the rebound, over to Taylor.
Now Mendoza pushing it up. All the way to the hole, up and in. Nice shot by Maya Mendoza, going coast to coast on that one. And it's 13-9. Vita Wright works her way inside, misses the shot. Rebound Holbrook, and she'll put it up and in for two. And it's 13-11. Braves lead. Approaching the 2-minute mark here in the first quarter. Branham from deep. Comes up short. Gets it forward. Puts it up again. Also short.
Scramble for the ball. Finally out to...
The Pirates will get it. Now you lose to bring it up.
Yeah. Back in the game. Oh,
she'll stop and pop a three. No good.
From way out there.
Rebound off the hands. And it'll be Braves ball.
Yep. That was one of those where you either call a foul or you call the ball going the other way.
1:45 left here in the first. The Braves with a 2-point lead, 13-11. Mendoza will bring it up court slowly this time, as the Pirates are already set on defense.
Yeah, she's been walking it up the last few times. Out to Branham.
Branham for 3. It's good. Something I've seen about her over the course of this season. She can shoot from distance pretty consistently.
Yeah, she can shoot pretty much from anywhere.
16-11 Braves. Interior pass, shot blocked by Robles, but a foul.
Yeah. She can't believe that one either.
And they got her with the body on that one. Block up top was clean, but there was some contact down below.
Quincy Valley is the number 5 with the shot.
She'll go to the line to shoot 2 with 1:19 left here in the first.
That is, however, the second foul on Robles. Missed the first one, and we have several subs in.
Val is shooting only 20% from the line this year. Rattles the second one in, however. So it's 16-12 as the Braves bring it up with 1:10 left here in the first quarter.
Grossi for 3. Nothing but net.
Corner 3 for Grossi makes it 19-12.
And timeout.
Timeout Pirates. 1:04 left in the first. It's a 7-point Lompoc lead, 19-12. In what is comparatively high-scoring contest.
Yeah.
Speaking of scoring, we should tell you there have been a couple of other games as well. The freshman girls played. That was a little bit one-sided, as I heard.
The Braves won by a significant margin. A very significant margin.
I believe the final was 53-13 on that one. Yeah. That 40 points is relatively significant as far as margins are concerned. And just prior to this game, the JV girls played. San Ynez came out on top of that one by a score of 29-24.
Yeah, the Pirates took the third quarter 10-2. So other than that, it was a pretty close game. Oh, nice block by Zavala.
Marley's Cortez in there with the shot for the Pirates, and we're out of bounds to the Braves.
Yep. Well, said she walked with it, and they were correct.
So here comes Mendoza.
Zavala in place of Robles, as you might expect with the 2 fouls. Mendoza
puts up the shot, and it gets stuck between the iron and the backboard.
Yeah, that's tough to do. That's right there in the corner of the square on the backboard.
Yep. Now we need somebody that can jump that high.
Well, they send in another ball and use that to knock it loose.
That's cheating, isn't it?
Yeah, but the guys in the striped shirts did it, so it doesn't count.
I guess that's okay. I can't see BK jumping up that high to knock it over either.
Yeah. Leader Wright back in the game replaces. Well, she was going to replace at least Katie Wynn thought she was being replaced, but comes in place of Quincy Val.
Haley Zavala in for the Braves as well. Inbound to Branham. 35 seconds on the clock. Zavala's got it inside.
Oh, nice turnaround, but it's blocked.
Rebound by Padilla. She fights off a double team and gets the ball free. Long full court pass.
Oh, missed another layup.
Marley's Cortez misses the easy one, and the Braves have got it with 15 seconds to go.
She heard footsteps, but
Mendoza puts it up, rattles it in, and draws the foul.
With 10.5 seconds here in the first.
And that shot by Mendoza had 0 arc on it. That was a frozen rope, as you might imagine. Rattled it home, however.
Yep.
It is 21-12 with the 3-point play possibility coming up. Can't make good on the free throw, so with 10 seconds left, here come the Pirates. Padilla's got it, weaving her way through traffic. Dumps it off to right in the corner.
Oh.
Rattles in and out. Rebound up. Shot no good. And that'll bring the quarter to an end. 8 minutes done here at Paizola. And it's been the Braves looking pretty good so far. It's Lompoc 21, St. Inez 12. You're listening to the Game of the Week right here on your home for local sports 100.9 KPEG.
Well, Greg, we've seen a few games. I don't recall Lompoc scoring more than 20 points in a quarter very often.
Boys or girls.
Boys or girls.
Mm-hmm.
So I mentioned that they are getting better. They are starting to play some basketball. They lost to San Marcos on the road, 45-42 in overtime. Beat them in the rematch here, 59-41. They lost to they beat Santa Barbara, and they face them later this week down there, which is going to be a very interesting game. They lost to Cabrillo, 32-31 in the first game, won 34-22 just the other day. They lost on the 15th to this Pirate team by 2 points, and so far they're looking pretty good.
And so far tonight they're ahead by 9.
And in that first game they had 36 points. So
already scored 21 here in the first quarter of the season.
They are well ahead of schedule.
Pirates start things off here in the second quarter. 3 ball by Holbrook. No good. And a
rebound is a held ball.
In the paint, arrow goes to the Braves.
Kayla Taylor will toss it in to Mendoza. And they'll walk it up court. Mendoza crosses the line and goes into warp speed. Kicks it out to Branham, over to Grossi. Into Kayla Taylor. Back to Mendoza. She drives. Draws the foul. Will shoot 2.
Mike, when Mendoza crosses half court, is that the Mendoza line?
Yes.
Or something like that.
Okay, I think it's better than 200.
This is the first free throw, does Mendoza. 1 more to come. Rattles them both out.
So after starting off pretty hot at the line, she's cooled off a little bit.
Padilla takes it all the way and then loses the ball underneath the Lompoc basket.
Robles knocked it loose and then chased it down.
Grossi's got it for the Braves.
She gets hit by Padilla. Over to Grossi.
Like a Flint to Taylor right now. Back over to Robles. She'll drive the baseline. Stop, put it up and in.
Right over Holbrook.
Holbrook was in good position there. And Madison Holbrook is 6'1" herself, so.
Yep.
Ooh. Shot inside, blocked by Robles, but the putback is good. And it's 23-14, Braves by 9. A minute and a half into the second quarter. Mendoza drives into the paint, puts it up, can't get the bounce. Rebound, Robles hits the putback and draws the foul. So 2 more points for Robles and the Braves. It's 25-14. And Bella will go to the line to shoot 1 more. Robles, one of the seniors that was honored.
And that's the second foul on Holbrook.
Robles makes good on the free throw. Extends the lead to 12. It's 26-14 Braves. Right with the ball over to Padilla.
I don't think anybody was expecting this kind of margin.
Now you loose over to Padilla. Into the pace.
Holbrook comes up with it and drops in a floater.
Cuts the lead to 10. It's 26-16. So we got 5:45 left here in the half. Mendoza What's it to Grossi? She makes a little shake and bake move, puts up the shot, no good. Luce will bring it up for the Pirates.
Well, if she charges on this play, would that be a loose ball foul?
Okay. Morgan Blunt with the ball inside for the Pirates. This ball picked up the field. She'll get some contact in the paint. And draw a foul.
And they're calling that a blocking foul.
See who they get on that one.
Well, they're going to call it on Mendoza. But she was just standing there minding her own business. And Padilla came crashing through like a charging something.
Charging pirate. Yes.
Yeah.
Padilla short on the first free throw. 5:16 left here in the second quarter. 26-16. The Braves with a 10-point lead. One more free throw coming to Grace Padilla. It says here she shoots 39% from the line. Puts the second one in.
Got that
one. It is 26-17. Braves lead by 9. Comes Mendoza.
Mendoza goes into hyperdrive when she comes over red court.
Drops it off to Gonzalez. Inside the Robles. Can't get the layup to go. Rebound to Holbrook.
Great job by Mendoza to keep it alive.
And backcourt foul is going to be called on Kayla Taylor.
Yeah.
That's her first. 5th team foul for the Braves. Pirates have 6. Inside 5 minutes to go here in the half. Braves lead 26-17. Lita Wright brings it up for the Pirates. Picks up a screen from Blunt.
Good defense by the Braves.
Inside to Padilla. She posts up. Double team. Puts up a wild shot but draws the foul. Taylor and Robles had her boxed in down there. She managed to muscle her way through to put up the shot and draw the contact.
Yep. And that's the second on Kayla Taylor.
Taylor picks up 2 pretty quickly here in the last minute or so. And sends Padilla back to the line.
Claudia is just happy that it wasn't the third on Robles.
Which it could just have easily have been, I think. But Taylor will come out. Zavala in. First free throw, no good. Padilla to shoot one more. Puts that one in the hole, and it's 4:28 to go here in the first half with 26-18 is our score now, an 8-point Lompoc lead.
A little bit more urgency from Mendoza this time, and she'll be fouled. Shoots 2 with 4:19.
Mendoza likes to just come up and get across midcourt and then punch it into high gear and then just drive the paint and draw the contact. First free throw is good.
Goes into ludicrous speed.
One more coming to Mendoza. Makes them both. And it's now a 10-point lead for the Braves. 28-18 with 4:15 left in the half.
We're 3/8 of the way through regulation.
Holbrook, long 3 from the corner, no good. Rebound to Robles.
Quick outlet to Gonzalez.
Gonzalez will bring it up court. Loses the handle briefly.
Over to Thurman. Back over to Robles. Mendoza drives the lane, and she hits up the bucket and picks up the foul, and I think that's 3 on Holbrook.
Mendoza off the glass that time to get the bucket.
It's at least 2.
That's
3.
3 on Madison Holbrook. That could be big. Holbrook, a 6'1" sophomore. Mendoza completes the 3-point play and is 31-18. With 3:45 left to go in the half. 3 ball from Morgan Blunt. No good. Out of bounds to the Braves.
Yep. think she thought she was going to have more opposition than she did. It was off to the left.
Gonzalez brings it up for Lompoc. Branham from the corner. No good. A little long on that one. Rebound. Robles
comes up with it. And then there is a couple sliding players crashing into each other over there right in front of the Senny and his bench.
And the ball will go to the Braves. Mendoza over there sliding around for Lompoc.
Yeah, now they're doing the clean up the moisture dance.
Mendoza squeak the shoes on the floor dance.
Into Robles.
And again we have two players scrambling for the ball on the far sideline.
This time it will go to the Pirates.
Robles had a hold of the ball while she was laying on the line, so it'll be Pirate ball.
And I'll tell you, Grace Padilla has been certainly hustling tonight for the Pirates. She was the Pirate player in that pile-up.
No lack of effort for sure. Pirates will inbound from in front of their bench on the far sideline with 3:15 left here in the half. 31-18 is the score of the Braves lead.
Rebound, long to Mendoza.
And she'll take it coast to coast. A little floater comes up empty.
And
out of bounds off the Braves.
Tried to get the rebound and couldn't quite handle it. If it had wiggled its way a little bit to the left, Brandon was standing there ready to put it back up. But
inside 3 minutes and a half, here come the Pirates.
Oh,
nice move inside.
Screen. Cleaned everybody out, and she had a layup. And then Kayla Taylor grabbed the rebound. Mendoza tries to get it out to Brandon, and there was a nice juggling act by one of the Pirates and loses it out of bounds. That was left hand, right hand, left hand, right hand, out of bounds.
Kayla Taylor will inbound for the Braves from underneath the basket.
And Quincy Valley will come back in.
Mendoza cuts to the basket for the inbound and
lost the ball.
A pile up in the paint. It'll be Pirates ball.
Valley and Zavala on the floor, each gripping a part of the ball.
2:35 left here in the first.
And we have I thought we had a timeout, but we have a substitution for the Braves. As Robles is back in and Zavala takes a seat.
Lita Wright brings it up for the Pirates with 2:25 to go. Throws the ball out of bounds. Turnover to the Braves.
Yep. Tried to get it over to Morgan Blunt, and Morgan's not that tall. And her arms aren't 8 feet long. So.
Mendoza brings it up for the Braves.
Cuts left over to Grossi. Grossi tries the front, back out to Branham up top.
Mendoza moving without the ball in the corner inside the Taylor. Inside to Robles. Nice up and in for Bella Robles. And it's 33-18 with 2 minutes to go in the half. Padilla has it for the Pirates. Right to the post. Branham gets a hand on it.
Yeah.
Steps out of bounds, however. Mallory Branham has got a lot of hustle in him.
Yep, she's going to be really, really, well, she's already pretty good.
She's just a freshman.
She's going to be really, really good.
She's going to be a good ball player. Inbound to the Pirates. Padilla has it. Past the three-point line. Inside the Robles. Here comes Grossi for the Braves. She'll drop it off to Mendoza. She'll slow things down a bit as we approach a minute and a half remaining.
Oh, a double spin move.
You can't get the shot to go. Robles cleans up the boards, however. She misses. And Malia Luce will have it for the Pirates with 1:20 to go as she brings it up to half midcourt. Lita Wright out front.
I don't know about you, Greg, but if I tried that move that
Robles with the block shot out of bounds.
If I tried that move that Mendoza made, I would be all kinds of dizzy.
I was all kinds of dizzy just watching it. Pirates inbound from the baseline. Way out front to Luce.
Got close to the 5-second.
Leader right, back to Luce. Long three ball. Beautiful shot is up and good. And the Pirates needed that one.
Yes,
33-21, just under a minute to play. Braves lead by 12. Mendoza brings it up. Grossi inside the Robles. Another one off the glass for Bella is good. And it's 35-21 Braves. Pirates back on offense as we approach 30 seconds left. Moose tries another three. This one's too long. Rebound Padilla. Drives to the paint. Puts one up. No good. Rebound
Robles.
Robles has got it for Lompoc.
I think Kayla Taylor got a hand on that shot. And with 15 seconds left in the half, the Braves have a chance.
Branham inside to Taylor. Up and in off the glass for two.
They have surpassed their score of game one of this series.
5 seconds left. Rita Wright with the ball at the free throw line. Puts up a desperation shot at the buzzer. No good. Well, I'll tell you what, Mike. The Braves looking awfully strong here in this first half tonight.
Yep.
We're halfway through this one at Bezola Pavilion. Our halftime score is Lompoc 37, San Ynez 21. We're going to take a 10-minute break, send you back for some pertinent information of things happening around the Lompoc Valley, and we will see you for the second half in about 10, folks. You're listening to the Game of the Week right here on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG. You're listening to high school basketball right here on 100.9 KPEG. It's halftime, so get a snack, refill your favorite beverage, and whatever you do, don't go away, because second half action will be starting up real soon, right here on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG.
Keyboard Cat, Hamilton the Pug, and Toast Meets World. These are some of the internet's most beloved pets. With millions of YouTube views, shares, Instagram likes, followers, and fans across the globe. But what do all these amazing pets have in common? Their stories started in a shelter. Start your story. Adopt a dog or cat today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a shelter or adoptable pets near you. Training that pet to play the keyboard? Well, that's entirely up to you. Visit theshelterpetproject.org and hear more about Hamilton the Pug, Toast, and Keyboard Cat's amazing adoption stories. Start a story. Adopt a shelter or rescue pet today. Your perfect pet is just a click away at theshelterpetproject.org. A public service announcement brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
Fire, flood, hazardous spills, active shooter, extreme weather. In Santa Barbara County, there are things you need to know. If we can't reach you, we can't alert you. Sign up for Santa Barbara County Emergency Alerts today. To receive alerts via email, cell, and landline, sign up online at www.awareandprepare.org. Or for limited emergency information, text your zip code to 888-777 because you need to know.
Dave, what are you doing?
Just sending a gift to Dave 2037.
Who?
Me in the future. I save a little money from every paycheck as a gift to Dave 2037, so he can spend it on things like anti-gravity boots or a hologram Doberman, something cool like that. I think Dave 2037 deserves it. He worked hard. What are you getting Steve 2037?
I guess I was thinking Steve 2037 would just fend for himself.
Well, alright, but don't expect to be borrowing my anti-gravity boots.
You want to have money in your future? You got to start saving now. Putting some money from every paycheck into a savings account or contributing to your 401k can make a big difference later. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free ideas and easy ways to save, go to feedthepig.org. That's feedthepig.org.
Hey, let's just hope Steve 2037 doesn't get his hands on a cold time machine, because he is going to come back here and knock some sense into you.
This message brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
Hey, Lompoc, now that your newest, bestest, most favoritist radio station is up and running, why not put us to work? If your organization has a nonprofit event or fundraiser coming up, let KPEG help spread the word. Just submit your public service announcement at least 2 weeks in advance, and we'll handle the rest. Call us at 875-2750 for details. That's 875-2750. After all, KPEG is your community radio station. Serving you is what we do. So, you want to know what's new on KPEG? Well, we've created the perfect solution, and we call it KPEG New Tracks. Every week, we'll showcase some of the new songs we've recently added to the mix, plus preview some tracks that haven't even made it into rotation yet. From indie to heavy metal, you'll hear some great new additions to the library, complete with artist and song title information. And who knows, one of them may turn out to be your next favorite song. Can you afford not to listen? It's KPEG New Tracks. Catch it every Friday night at 6 p.m. right here on your home for the greatest collection of rock and roll on the planet, 100.9 KPEG. By now, you've probably figured out that KPEG is not your ordinary average radio station. In fact, we're anything but ordinary. First, you'll never ever hear a commercial on KPEG. We're all about the music. And how about that music? We play more music with more variety than any other station in the area. And not just the standard tunes you hear everywhere else. Sure, we play rock and oldies and your favorite classic rock songs, but we'll also introduce you to some deep tracks that you might not have heard. Some new rock, and even some bands that are a bit off the mainstream. That's what makes KPEG so unique. Well, that and our exclusive live sports coverage, but the point is that KPEG is different by design. Enjoy it. We're 100.9 KPEG. We hope you are enjoying tonight's game featuring the Lompoc Braves and the Santa Ynez Pirates. Join us again this Thursday for our final basketball broadcast of the season, when the Braves boys host the Santa Barbara Dons. Pre-game is set for 6:55 with the tip-off scheduled at 7 o'clock. It's the Santa Barbara Dons versus the Lompoc Braves this Thursday night at 7. And it's only right here at your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life.
Dad? Son, come home with me. Visit the secret panda village? Sleep like a panda. Eat like a panda. I knew I wasn't eating up to my potential.
It's not always easy being a dad, but it's always worth it.
Let me teach you how to belly golf. Awesome!
Take time to be a dad today.
Thanks, Dad.
Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov to learn more. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
You're listening to high school basketball right here on 100.9 KPEG. It's halftime, so get a snack, refill your favorite beverage. And whatever you do, don't go away, because second half action will be starting up real soon, right here on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG. KPEG listeners, have we got a deal for you? Now, we know you enjoy hearing all of our great music and special programming, but how would you like to hear yourself on your favorite radio station? Too good to be true, you say? No way! If you are a dedicated KPEG fan, you're invited to stop by the studio and record your very own station ID or tribute. We'll add it to our rotation, so when you tune into KPEG, you just might hear yourself on the air. Give us a call at 875-2750. That's 875-2750, and we'll tell you how. It's simple, it's fun, it's free, and it's right here on Lompoc's very own 100.9 KPEG.
The City Council meetings are your window into how Lompoc works. You can even speak to the council and let them know how you feel. But if you can't be there in person, you can always follow along on TAP TV, KPEG Radio, and the web at cityoflompoc.com. That's right. We'll be there on the first and third Tuesday of every month, bringing you all the comments, discussions, and votes. So tune in for a live Trimocast of your City Council meetings, only on TAP TV, KPEG Radio, and cityoflompoc.com.
If you've been listening to KPEG for a while, and I know you have, chances are you've heard a few songs that you didn't recognize. Well, that's because we don't just play traditional rock and roll. We dig under rocks to find the best rolls. We break rocks to break the mold of traditional radio. So if you hear a song that you don't know, that's a good thing. And if you love it so much that you just have to know who the artist is, just ask. give us a call. It's 875-2750. That's 875-2750. Tell us when it aired, and we'll tell you who it was. It's just that simple. Listen to KPEG, hear great music, learn new stuff. So, thanks for listening, tell a friend, and keep rocking with us here at 100.9 KPEG.
The City of Lompoc no longer accepts plastic bags in the recycling bins. Plastic bags, cling wrap, and plastic packaging materials need to be disposed of in the regular trash bins, returned to the grocery store, or reused in other ways. The community is encouraged to buy reusable shopping bags or paper bags. So remember, dispose of your plastic bags in the trash can.
Well, welcome back to Paizola Pavilion, ladies and gentlemen. Greg Ratcliffe here with Mike Loney, Judy Baker back to the studio, bringing you Lompoc Braves girls basketball tonight. The halftime score is Lompoc 37, San Ynez 21. It was pretty much all Braves here in the first 16 minutes, Mike.
Well, it was kind of all Maya Mendoza.
Yeah.
She led all scorers in the first half with 18.
That's more points than some teams score and a half.
Well, it's only 3 less than San Ynez scored in the half.
The Braves will get the ball to start the action here in the third quarter.
And Maya will...
The aforementioned Mendoza will inbound.
To Miss Grossi. Back to Mendoza on the three-point line, and there it is.
And why not?
8 seconds in, so a half and 8 seconds. She's tied.
It's Mendoza 21, San Ynez 21. And the Braves total 40 right now. Either right with the ball for the Pirates, knocked away by Mendoza. Wrestles the ball loose, however, throws it up the court, picked off by Padilla for the Pirates. Gets it out to Cadleck, back to Padilla. Now over to White.
Mendoza almost had to steal, and Kayla Taylor does.
Drops it off to Mendoza. 2-on-1 break. And up and in for Mendoza. It is the Maya Mendoza show. It's 42-21. The Braves have doubled them up. 1 minute here into the third. Padilla out front, covered by Taylor. Drops it off to right. Oh, Padilla high rolls. Holbrook inside. Ball, loose ball. Triple team. And Robles will take it away. Jump ball.
Arrow goes to the Pirates. But that was a nice job by Robles, snatching the ball without fouling.
Pirates are inbound from the baseline. 42-21 is our score. The Braves lead a minute 15 seconds into the third quarter here.
The official stopped play here for a bit to do some housekeeping.
Okay, now we'll get back to business. Inbound to Padilla from the three-point line, drives into the paint, puts up a shot, no good, draws the foul. The blocking foul on Maya Thurman, I believe.
Yeah. The 6:42.
It's Thurman's second foul of the night. That'll send Padilla to the line.
Shooting 2.
Gets the friendly bounce and drops that one
in. Saying she got a tip in from Casper?
Could be.
First point of the second half for the Pirates, and she gets the second one as well.
So Padilla 2 for 2 from the line on that trip, and it's 42-23. Braves lead, and here comes Lompoc. Over to Thurman in the corner. Inside to Robles. Ball is loose. Bodies everywhere. Finally picked up by Padilla.
Well,
here she comes.
And she goes
right into the paint. And yep.
There were 2 Lompoc players that were standing there, immobile, and she just plowed into both of them.
That'll get you an offensive foul.
Yeah. Should get you one.
Turnover will go to the Braves as we clean up a little moisture on the floor. Doing the squeaky shoes thing again. .6:22 left here in the third quarter. It's a 19-point lead for the Braves, 42-23. Robles out front. Grossi.
Got it over to
Furman driving the baseline. Back out to Grossi. Inside to Robles. Ball is loose. Picked up by the Pirates. Here comes Padilla the other way.
Yeah, Robles was triple teamed down there. Finally kicks out to
Cadlack in the corner. Nope, sorry, Leader Wright's got it.
Yeah, she's trying to work on Furman and is not getting anywhere. Oh, almost stolen by...
No, it is stolen. Taylor comes up with it. Here comes Mendoza. Tries to get it over to Grossi. Ball comes loose, however, and the Pirates will come the other way.
Yeah, Mendoza had almost stolen that, and then Robles blocked the shot.
Padilla double teamed in the corner. Robles and Taylor.
Bounced it off of Robles out of bounds. Pirate ball.
5:17 left here in the third.
I tell you, it's hard to catch a hard basketball that's bouncing off your shin.
Two subs in for Lompoc, Brandon and Gonzalez.
Mm-hmm. A lot of teams would like to have those two coming off the bench.
Oh, yeah.
When they do come off the bench, inside to
Padilla. Taylor on the coverage, draws the contact and the foul.
And that's her third.
Grace Padilla for the Pirates, a very physical player.
Yeah.
Doesn't shy away from the contact.
Yeah, she's not real big either.
Well, she's 5'8". It's solid. And just a soft one.
Yeah.
This is the first. And she's at the line for two. 5:15 left here in the third quarter. 42-23 is our score. The Braves lead. One more shot coming to Grace Padilla. That one's short.
Just to both, and then there is a dog pile on the floor.
It'll be out of bounds to the Pirates.
Half a dozen players involved in that one.
Pirate ball with 5:11 left here in the third. Quick inbound to lose. Out to Holbrook for a three. It's good. It's good.
I tell you, she's going to be dangerous.
Mm-hmm. 42-26 now. The Braves on offense. Inside to Taylor. Ball comes loose. Pirates have got it. Here comes Leader Wright. Outside to Padilla. Three ball. Off the front iron. No good. Rebound Robles.
And she's tied up by Holbrook. Ball to the Braves. .440 and counting here in the third quarter. Mendoza will bring it up for Lompoc. 42-26. Braves up 16. Out to Branham. Into
Inside to Robles. She's double teamed in the paint. Back out to Branham. Up top to Mendoza.
Over to Gonzalez.
Gonzalez looking for help. Gets it over to Mendoza.
Robles sets a screen.
Branham for three. Beautiful.
4-14.
45-26. The lead back up to 19 after a nice three ball from Mallory Branham. Inside shot by the Pirates. That is number 12. Molly Cadlack. That's the shot from the baseline to go. It's 45-28. And Kayla Taylor getting a little physical down there. Going to get the call for the foul as Grace Padilla ended up flat on her back in the paint. And we'll have a timeout to make sure she's okay. Bobby Kennedy over there explaining himself to Kayla Taylor as she pleads her case. Now talking to...
And that's the fourth on Taylor.
Yep.
So I imagine she will occupy bench space.
Yep.
If they still had benches.
Kayla Taylor takes a seat.
They have some really nice new equipment here in terms of chairs and the scorer's table and stuff here at Bryan Air Court. I guess they got them a few weeks ago after the Lompoc Cabrillo game.
So Grace Padilla is going to go to the free throw line all by herself. Is it technical?
I don't believe so. I think it's an offensive foul, but
this is the first. Padilla to shoot one more. Takes her time. Puts that one in nicely. So 45-29.
Graves has been assessed 3 team fouls so far this half, against 1 by San Ynez.
We've got 3:45 left here in this third quarter. It's 45-29. The Braves lead by 16. Kayla Taylor on the bench now for the Braves with 4 personals.
San Ynez ball in the forecourt. Padilla with the ball.
Nice move to get into the paint. She's double teamed. Zavala's got her tied up.
And the arrow goes to San Ynez.
Haley Zavala is another one to watch for the Braves. She's just a freshman.
Yep. 4 freshmen on varsity. Holbrook tries to put one up. Can't get it to go, and it goes off the level and out of bounds.
Braves ball.
Looks like Mendoza will inbounds to Gonzalez, who gives it back to her. Zavala, Grossi, and Robles, the other 3 of the 5 for the Braves.
Grossi on the far side, trying to get it into Robles. She's got it in the paint.
Oh!
Over the head of the pass to Zavala.
Yep.
As Robles was double teamed down there and tried to get out.
Zavala was open, but the pass was a little bit high.
Coming up on 3 minutes left here in the third. 45-29. Braves lead by 16. Holbrook has it at the 3-point line.
She's covered.
Over to Whitesides. No, that's to Padilla. Puts up the shot, no good. Draws the contact and the foul, however. And Grace Padilla will head back to the free throw line where she's spent a lot of time this evening.
Yep.
2:50 left in the third. Padilla trying to knock a couple points off the 16-point Brave lead.
First foul on Zavala.
This one is good.
Sizable contingent here from San Ynez.
Yes, indeed.
Here in the gym.
Well represented.
Including this JV squad.
Second free throw, no good. Zavala's got the board. Mendoza will bring it up for Lompoc. Gonzalez. Good. Rhea Gonzalez, the 5'6" freshman, drains one from distance, and it's 48-30. Padilla again on the other end. Puts up the shot, draws the foul.
With 2:27 left in the third. And at the rate things are going, we're going to have to start charging Padilla rent at the free throw line.
No kidding. I'll tell you what, Grace Padilla works hard out there.
That's the first foul on Grossi.
Padilla good on the first free throw, and more to go. 2 for 2 goes Padilla. It's 48-32 with 2:25 to go here in the third. Braves leading by 16. Mendoza brings it up. Tries to get to the paint, gets cut off. Gonzalez up top, inside the Robles, turn and shoot, no good. Padilla with the board.
Blocked by Holbrook. Padilla, very quickly.
Ball kicked out of bounds by the Braves.
Yeah. Padilla got it over to right, over on the right side in the corner, and she tried to a bounce pass into the trees in the middle there, and ran into a whole bunch of legs.
Inbound pass stolen by who else? Maya Mendoza. She'll slow things down now so the Braves can get in position for offense. Maya Thurman with it on the far side. Inside the Robles, ball is loose. Tied up.
Lompoc gets the ball.
The pretty orange arrow pointing in Lompoc's direction at the moment. So they will inbound from the baseline with 1:40 left here in the third. Lompoc holding a 16-point lead, 48-32.
Thurman inbounds to Mendoza, puts up a shot. Can't get it to go.
Chases it down in the far corner, misses that three, no good.
Did not miss it by much.
Rebound Pirates. Here comes San Ynez. Lito Wright drives into the paint.
And she crashes to the floor, and I think Robles picked up her fourth.
Wright will go to the line. You're right, it is on Robles, but it's her third.
Okay.
Wright makes good on free throw number one, and it's 48-33. One more coming to Lita Wright. She's a 5'7" senior point guard for the Pirates.
Hits the second as well.
Makes it 48-34. Lead down to 14 with 1:15 left here in the third quarter. Thurman with it. Knocked loose. Gonzalez. Into Robles. Back to Zavala at the free throw line. Shot no good.
Held ball. And
Padilla comes up with the loose ball. And it'll be...
They called a held ball, and Padilla basically knocked herself down, yanking it away. But it'll be right to inbounds to Padilla. Braves substitute out Gonzalez and Thurman and bring back in Branham. And
under a minute to go here in the third quarter. Either right inside the Holbrook. Ball comes loose. Branham's got it for the Braves.
Grossi poked it away, and Branham yanked it off the floor.
Maya Mendoza brings it up for Lompoc with 35 seconds left in the third. Inside deep to Robles, back out to Branham. Cross court to Grossi. She'll drive the lane and draw the foul.
And I think that's going to be on...
You're going to get Padilla on that one?
On Padilla. With 29 seconds remaining here in the third.
Alyssa Grossi will head to the line to shoot two. Looks like they got Blunt on that foul.
That's what they're saying.
Padilla was right there as well. It could have been 50-50.
Speaking of 50, that's what the Braves scored.
The Braves have got.
After
Grossi with two from the line is 50-34 with 20 seconds left here in the third.
Back to a 16-point lead.
Gets it deep inside to Padilla. Shot up, no good. Zavala with the board for the Braves. Turns back loose. Robles has got it. Drops it off to Grossi. Bodies flying everywhere. Grossi will push it up for 7 seconds. A runner three ball is wide left. Ball is loose. And the quarter will expire with no more shots in the air.
Yeah. But 3 more bodies on the floor.
Bodies everywhere. Well, we're down to the final 8 minutes of this one. 3 quarters complete here at Paizola, and it's the Braves 30, the Pirates, the Braves 50, the Pirates 34. You are listening to the Game of the Week right here on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG.
On the Braves Radio Network.
We've got one more game in our broadcast schedule for basketball coming up this year. It's Thursday. And we'll be right back here at Paizola when the Braves boys will host the Santa Barbara Dons, the league undefeated Santa Barbara Dons. And I can tell you, Mike and I can both vouch for the fact that the Dons had a really good basketball team.
Indeed.
We saw them have their way with the Conquistadors last week. We'll see if the Braves can fare any better against that Santa Barbara Dons boys team. That'll be this Thursday. Tip-off scheduled for 7 o'clock right here on KPEG.
Padilla 6 of 8 from the free throw line that quarter.
Gonzalez for the Braves, 3-ball from the corner, rattles out. Mendoza comes up with the board, misses that shot. Robles puts up a layup after that, and it's good for 52-34. A couple of offensive boards for the Braves in that possession. That's some 2 more points. Malia loose from distance, no good. Rebound Lompoc. Here comes Mendoza. One-on-one out front against Molly Cadleck. Inside to Caleb Taylor. He's back on the game. Gonzalez
launched one.
Long on that 3 attempt. Rebound Padilla.
Yeah.
Padilla all the way coast to coast, puts it up, draws the contact in the paint. And guess what? She'll go back to the free throw line.
She was 6 of 8 from the line in the third quarter.
I knew she'd been there a bit. Quite a bit, I guess.
6:59 here in the fourth.
Just about 1 minute gone by here in the final quarter.
Second foul on Mendoza.
Padilla misses the first. One more coming. Can't get that one to go either. 0 for 2 that trip. Mendoza with the rebound. Padilla giving a little full court pressure. Gives it up to Gonzalez, who gets it over to Taylor inside the Robles. She'll put it up and draw a foul on Holbrook.
Yeah.
That might be Holbrook's 4th. If I recall.
I think so.
Indeed it is. 4 on Madison Holbrook. And Bella Robles will go to the line shooting 2 for the Braves.
Oh.
Beautiful form of that one.
That was pure silk.
One more coming to Bella.
Well, lane violation.
They're going to call it?
Once.
Yep.
She was over there windmilling her arms trying to maintain her balance. And Robles kind of looked out of the corner of her eye, saw her doing that, and held it just an extra beat.
So Robles had missed the free throw, but she'll get a second chance on the lane violation. And that one's perfect. So all of a sudden, lead is up to 20. It's 54-34. Braves on top with 6:40 left here in the fourth. Rouge out front for the Pirates. Gets it over to Cadleck, over to Padilla. She'll drive to the free throw line, step back, shoot, no good.
Long rebound, Gonzalez, and
She'll try and get it over to Mendoza, but it goes off the foot leader right of the Pirates, so the Braves will
maintain it.
Bring it out of bounds.
Kayla Taylor inbounds to Mendoza. Slowly jogs across the line. Over to Branham on the right side. Inside to Taylor.
Turn and shoot. Just off. No good. Rebound Padilla. Pretty sharp. Just didn't get it to go.
Yeah. Used about 90% of the rim.
Leader right has it for the Pirates on the far side into Padilla.
Padilla working on Taylor.
Posts up into the paint. Puts it up. No good. Rebound by Cadbeck. She puts it up and will draw the foul.
That was an interesting call. Let's just say that.
So to the line go the Pirates with 5:49 left here in the fourth.
They called that out Robles. It's her fourth.
Cadbeck puts in the first free throw. Ball will come out now in favor of Haley Zavala. One more free throw coming to Cadbeck. That one's short. Rebound Padilla. She's triple teamed in the paint. Puts up a shot. No good. Out of bounds. Off the Pirates to the Braves.
Can't see that.
So with 5:43 left here in the fourth, the Braves will inbound from the baseline.
Up 19.
Mendoza brings it across midcourt, gets it over to Grossi, who takes a long three. No good. Rebound by Taylor, puts it up and in. Another offensive board by the Braves gets them 2 more points. It's 56-35 with 5:20 to go.
Lead back to 21. I don't think I thought I'd say that too often.
Whiteside's with it. Up top to Lewis. Picks up a screen. Lewis with the shot. Comes up short on the 3-ball. Rebound Padilla. Puts it up.
Oh, goodness.
And we're tied up and bodies hitting the floor hard.
And basically, Padilla had a saddle on Kayla Taylor. I'm not sure how that wasn't a foul, but
there's been some pretty physical play underneath there, Mike.
Yeah, and the ball goes to San Ynez on the arrow.
Just under 5 minutes left. 21-point Lompoc lead. Quick inbound pass to Quincy Val. Shot no good. Rebound Braves. And out of bounds off the Pirates real quickly.
Quickly into Alyssa Grossi. And she'll bring it up.
She's going to drive to the free throw line, drop it off to Taylor. Now over to Thurman.
Grossi.
Cross to Mendoza, inside to Zavala. That pass is a little errant, and off the Braves to the Pirates.
Yep. Mendoza, I think, is used to tossing that to Taylor and Robles, and Zavala's not quite as agile.
4:30 left here in the fourth quarter. The Braves lead 56-35. Inside to Padilla, up and in for 2. Gets the lead back to 19. Mendoza driving on right. Ball out of bounds. Pirate ball.
And full timeout called by San Ynez.
Stops the clock with 4 minutes, 13 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. It's a 56-37, 19-point lead for the Lompoc Braves. Greg Ratcliffe here at Paizola Pavilion, along with my good friend Stepmeister Mike Leonard. Judy with an eye Baker back at the control room. Don't forget, folks, your friends and family who are outside of the local listening area can also check out all the action of Braves and Cabrillo High School sports right here on KPEG at kpegradio.com, streaming live worldwide.
And also on the City of Lompoc YouTube channel.
That's indeed correct.
We had a little bit of fun earlier. Greg, I got to talk to the JV coaches for San Ynez, who are Also the golf coaches for the girls team.
That's right.
Over at San Ynez, including the assistant, Coach Uvadia, who is also the two-time Southern California Golf Association Ladies Match Play Champion.
Remind me not to play golf with her.
The Ducks would like you to play with her, Greg. They have at least a 50-50 chance of survival.
Okay, Braves ball now after the turnover. Taylor will inbound to Mendoza. 3:50 left here.
She's being hounded by Whitesides.
Mendoza drives through the paint. Nice little move. Can't get the shot to go, however.
Dodged 3 Pirates, put it up, and just missed it. And guess who came down with it?
That would be Padilla, who goes coast to coast and misses her own shot underneath. 3 bodies on the floor.
And they're going to call a loose ball foul on the Pirates. I think it's number 5.
Kayla Taylor was involved in that.
Yeah, she was knocked to the floor, along with a couple others. And she will shoot.
Taylor will shoot. Fortunately, that didn't go the other way. That would have been Taylor's 5th.
Yeah, that's the first foul on Quincy Val.
Kayla Taylor to shoot 2 all by herself. Makes the first one.
Yeah, and that was a nice stroke.
We've seen Kayla Taylor foul out in a couple of contests already that we've covered. And she's involved in the scuffles, that's for sure.
Back to a 20-point lead, 57-37, and it will be the Braves' ball, I think. Nope.
Timeout, I'm guessing?
Yeah, well, that's certainly what it seems like.
There's huddles on both sides, so 3:35 remaining, and the score is 57-37. The Braves back up to a 20-point lead.
I think we have another timeout by San Ynez.
3 minutes, 35 seconds left in this one. The only thing in doubt is the final score.
Unless there's a whale of a finish to this one. But this is a much more resilient Braves team than we've seen earlier this year, Greg.
Indeed. I agree with your assessment. This is a much improved Braves girls squad than it was when we first saw them several weeks ago.
And they're much better than... Oh, Gonzalez has her 3-pointer blocked.
Padilla's got the ball for the Pirates. She drives all the way to the hole, puts it up, can't get the roll.
Oh.
And again, Robles and Padilla wrestling for the ball.
And I have seen fewer people on the floor at wrestling meets. I think they need to start scoring takedowns and reversals here.
Mm-hmm. It'll be Pirate ball, baseline.
They had the arrow.
Shot inside. Out to Marlis Cortez. She'll draw a foul.
And that's on Robles.
Uh-oh.
And she got all ball, and so I'm not sure where that one's coming from, but she's headed to the bench with 3:10 remaining.
Bella Robles fouls out with 3:10 in what could be her.
And Toronis also takes out Kayla Taylor.
That could be Bella's final home game here for the Braves.
Yeah.
Never know how things are going to go in the playoffs, but they've got one game left, and it's on the road. So.
That was a 2-shot foul, and everybody crashed the lane after the first shot, which was missed.
One more shot coming to Cortez. That one's good. Just over 3 minutes left in the fourth. It's 57-38. Braves up 19.
38 points was what the Pirates had in the first game. earlier this month. Braves have improved their score just a bit.
Out of bounds to the Braves.
21 points.
Well, 38 points will win you a lot of games at this level, but not tonight.
Timeout. Lompoc is the Braves had a player trapped over in the corner, and the 5 seconds was about to expire.
Having a little trouble inbounding there, and we were just about out of time. So,
and Claudia called timeout. She's been doing this for a while.
Yeah, she knows what she's doing. You're doing a great job as a new athletic director as well. 2:54 left here in the game. It's 57-38. Braves up big. If we can venture forward just a little bit, as we talked about in the pregame, a win by the Braves tonight will put them tied with these Pirates at 6-3.
And depending on how
Santa Barbara playing San Marcos this evening.
Mendoza tried to do a reverse layup and found the bottom of the backboard. Out the blocks.
Here come the Pirates, no good.
Val gets the putback, is fouled with 2:40. Let's see who that's on.
So Quincy Val will go to the line to shoot 2.
And they're going to say that foul was on Branham. That's her first.
First free throw, no good. Oh, one on the second one.
Zavala, quick outlet to Branham. He chases it down.
Tries to get it back over to Thurman, who loses the ball. And it'll be Pirates on offense with 2:25 to go.
Val drives, dishes out.
Over to Gwynn in the paint.
Oh, beautiful block
by Mendoza. Lots of subs on the floor for the Pirates now.
And for the Braves. Mendoza, not one of them, however.
Branham's got it. Over to Mendoza. Clock down to 2 minutes.
Gonzalez, Zavala, and Thurman.
Mendoza drives to the baseline, puts up a nice little floater off the backboard for 2 more. And it's 59-38, 1:45 to go. Naomi Torres in for the Pirates.
She's fouled by...
It's like Branham, I think, got it.
No, I think it was Tallman. I think it's going to be Thurman. Yep, that's the third.
Yep. 3 on Nia Thurman.
Minute 39.
Torres makes good on the first free throw. And some more substitutions.
And here comes Mendoza out of the game. Gets a high five and
a nice hand, as well she should. She put in a nice work, I'll tell you. Free throw good, 59-40. Full court pressure, ball stolen by the Pirates. Pass over the right side, she'll put up a shot and get fouled. I think that's on Thurman again. Clock stop at 1:33. That is indeed the fourth on Nia Thurman. Says Kale Whiteside's at the line for the Pirates, shooting 2. Misses the first one. Makes the second one look easy, however. Inbound to Gonzalez. Ball is loose and stolen by the Pirates. Here they come. Little floater, no good.
Nice job, Zavala. Getting in there.
Torres with it. Now out front. That's Blunt.
Thanks in the 3.
And I'm sure she called glass on that. We'll give her the benefit of the doubt. It's 59-44 and a foul. We'll give the Braves the ball inbound. Inbound to Branham. And the pass goes errant and out of bounds. But knocked away. It'll still be Braves ball.
That was the second foul on Quincy Val.
Inbound to Thurman, who breaks through pressure. Gets it inside to Branham. Shot too hard. Rebound off the Pirates. It'll be a Lompoc ball with 51 seconds to go. 59-44. Braves lead.
And I don't think too many people would have taken the over on triple digits on this one, right?
Inside to Grossi. Off the glass, no good. Rebound to Branham.
Yep. She slows things down, takes it outside.
Pirates putting on all sorts of pressure here in the last couple of minutes.
Over to Grossi. She tries to drive the right side and picks up a blocking foul.
That'll be Cadlick, I believe. Stops the clock with 34.5 seconds. That's only the 6th team foul for the Pirates. So out of bounds to the Braves.
Braves in the double bonus themselves.
Braves will inbound into Thurman. Drops it off to Grossi in the corner. Tries to get it into Zavala. Back to Grossi. Ball is loose on the whistle.
And she fouled again. 25.8.
Another non-shooting foul.
No, that should be 1-and-1.
Yep, there we go. You're right. Melissa Grossi going to the line.
Third foul on Dowell.
The Pirates are now in the penalty. Grossi makes the first one. That'll earn her another. And the Braves have got to 60 tonight. 60-44.
Who'd have thunk it?
Yeah. Can't get to 61, however.
Yeah.
And a travel on the rebound.
Yeah.
We'll give the ball to the Pirates with 24.3 seconds left in the game. Torres will bring it up for San Ynez.
20 seconds. She's still in the back court. It looks like they're just going to run out.
She does need to get across the timeline, however.
The shot clock is off, and she'll just dribble it out.
They're just going to dribble the last few seconds out of this one.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Now, Lompoc fans start to celebrate. And as reason they should. A solid victory by the Lompoc Braves girls here tonight. 60-44 the final score. And it was really the Braves all the way, Mike.
Yes, it was. It was
some terrific performances by several Lompoc players.
An amazing first quarter. Saw them up 21-12. And like I said at the time, I don't remember them scoring 20 points.
And they never looked back from there. Any thoughts of player of the game, Mike? It's
well, hard to top what Mendoza did tonight.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that. She was pretty stellar from top to bottom, from beginning to end, on both sides of the ball even. But,
and it's not very often, 8 seconds into the second half, that you have one player who's equaled the point total for the other team.
Indeed. And that was Maya Mendoza tonight. So with this victory, Lompoc goes to 6-3 in the Channel League. San Ynez drops to 6-3. Going into tonight, Santa Barbara was 6-2. They're playing San Marcos this evening. So depending on what happens with that,
go Royals.
We could have a logjam at 6-3 and a three-way tie for first place with one game left to play.
Yeah. And keep in mind that this Braves team has defeated Santa Barbara previously. So if they can do that again, they could very well be league champions the first year in the league. That's
the key right there, folks. Santa Barbara is the one game that Lompoc has left. That's coming up on Wednesday, 2 nights from tonight. We'll face the Santa Barbara girls. probably to decide at least a partial league championship.
Indeed.
So, don't forget, we are going to be back on the air on Thursday night, right here from Paizola Pavilion, as the Santa Barbara Dons come to town to take on the Lompoc Boys in the final Channel League game of the year and our final broadcast of the basketball season. We will be back, however, to do some baseball and softball for both schools, so stay tuned for announcements on KPEG for our schedule for that. You can also find that on the KPEG webpage at kpegradio.com once I get it posted figured out. So, yeah, I haven't got that figured out yet, but we're working on it. All right, so, for Mike Loney to my right and Judy Baker back at the studio, my name is Greg Ratcliffe. Thank you so much for being with us tonight. We appreciate you tuning in. Our final score here once again from Paizola Pavilion, Lompoc 60, St. Inez 44. Now we'll send you back to the greatest rock and roll on the planet at 100.9 KPEG.
And the Braves Radio Network.
Good night, everybody.
Hi, this is the head coach, Claudia Terrones of the Lompoc Braves.